Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. This is going to be my last video for today, my last new release. I don't even know how to introduce this. There's not much to say except please consider subscribing. It's a huge help. We're at 93 when I upload this. I'd like to get 100 soon. Once I hit 100, I'm going to be watching The Room. And I'm going to be reviewing that for you guys because it's one of the worst movies of all time. I thought it'd be fun. And then once I hit 150, I'm going to wear a Spider-Man onesie, some slippers, and the Spider-Man mask to Walmart and go shopping. So if you want to see that, please consider subscribing. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into talking about Boss Level. Boss Level was released in 2021, and it was written by Chris Borey, Eddie Borey, and Joe Carnahan, I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I butchered it. And it was also directed by Joe, I think it's Carnahan. That makes more sense. I just forgot to write down an N. Carnahan. So this movie came out today. It is a Hulu original, so if you guys have Hulu, you can check it out. It just came out today, just came out this morning, and I finally got around to watching it today, and wow, it is shockingly good. It's not a perfect movie, it's not, and my biggest thought going into it was it's not going to be original, right, because it's a movie about a guy who gets killed over and over and over and over again in the same day, right, which is highly unoriginal. That happens a lot, especially nowadays. We have a lot of these movies where, like, we're repeating the day over and over again, which I think they're making them due to the pandemic. They're like, oh, people can relate to this, sort of, because people just kind of do the same thing every day. But this is very original. It's shockingly original considering the fact that it's not really an original, like, idea. But the way that it's, like, formatted into, like, a video game feels very fresh. And it feels really good. And you know, combined with a shockingly great cast and a lot of laugh-out-loud funny moments, this movie is a really good one that I'm going to be watching again at some point soon, because it's great. It's a lot of fun. Again, I went in with, like, almost negative. It wasn't bias, but I wasn't expecting anything great, and it came out with something pretty darn good. Again, it's not a perfect movie. There's a few things not good with it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a synopsis first. Talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. So basically, Frank Grillo, who plays Roy Pulver, he wakes up one day and realizes that he's getting murdered over and over again, until he can figure out how to stop it. And he knows his wife knows how to stop it, or his girlfriend, I guess. But his issue is that she, according to him, is dead because she died yesterday, he finds out. But it turns out that she had died earlier that morning, so he has 14 minutes to go there and save her and figure out how to solve the problem, and he does, which is great. The ending is ambiguous because we know that he gets one more shot to redo the day to save her, and then if he saves her again, you win. But we don't get to see that happening. We don't know whether or not he lives or dies. I think it's safe to assume he does. He's pretty dope. I think it's possible that he dies, but I think he lives. I really do think he does it. He succeeds. Really great. The premise is really fun. The comedy is real. It is laugh out loud funny. I haven't laughed out loud for a movie in a while. I just sit there and, like, you almost see the joke coming. Like, there's this one where he's like, I am Roy, and Roy has done this, because, like, it follows this girl who says it a lot. And I knew it was coming, and I was so excited for it, and it was so funny. The whole movie's really quite funny. But then it pairs it with these nice sentimental moments that are really nice. The only issues that I had was that the main villain didn't have a lot of screen time. Mel Gibson's character didn't have a lot of screen time, so I didn't really care that he was kind of the bad guy. Also, his motives were kind of dumb, not gonna lie to you. And there were some pacing issues. For the most part, it was really fast, which is really nice, but it felt redundant at times because, he kept dying and then coming back to life. I think early movie was really redundant because, he didn't progress any further into his plot. But then once he started discovering clues, like the hidden tracker in his tooth and all that stuff, it really started moving, and it felt really good. This movie's really well done. There's just a few things that I don't really enjoy about it, but they're not major things. It's almost nitpicky at this point. Overall, audiences everywhere are going to enjoy this movie. If you sit down and you take the hour and a half to watch this movie, you're going to enjoy it. It's really fun. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the acting real quick. We'll wrap this one up. Hopefully it's a little bit quicker than the previous couple that I've released today. First, Frank Grillo as Roy Pulver. He's hilarious. I like Frank Grillo in general, but I was really shocked to see him in this role because it's funny, but he's also very, very, strong and energetic. And honestly, he is a force to be reckoned with in the comedy world right now. He is hilarious. I hope he gets more comedy parts in the future so I can watch more of those. He is funny as heck. Perfect for the role. I could see John Bernthal also playing it, but I don't think John Bernthal would have been as funny as Frank Grillo. I think Frank Grillo was quite perfect. Really, really fun. And he narrates it too, which is kind of interesting. I normally don't like narration, but I think I'm discovering that I like narration now, but only when it's used well. And this was definitely used well because it felt like a video game, and it felt like he was just kind of telling us, the story of the video game. It was really cool. It was really unique. Mel Gibson as Colonel Clive Venter. Mel Gibson's an interesting person in general. I like his movies for the most part. I watched We Were Soldiers recently. Hacksaw Ridge is my third favorite film of all time, and he directed that one. As an actor, I don't think he's the strongest actor in the world, but he was okay in this movie, partly I think because he didn't have a whole lot of screen time. I'd like to see Mel Gibson play Santa Claus at some point. I think he was fine. It's hard to judge him at this point because he didn't have a lot of screen time. He wasn't very menacing, but I don't know if he's necessarily supposed to be menacing. I wish he had a little bit more screen time, if I'm being honest. Naomi Watts as Gemma Wells. We didn't get a lot of her either because most of it's focused on Frank Grillo, but the time that she was in front of the camera, spot on. Definitely was the right pick for the part here. I genuinely enjoyed her in this. The whole cast is really quite phenomenal. The movie's really solid, really, really fun. If you like laughing and you like violence without gore, this is definitely where it's at. It's funny and unique and almost original. It's kind of interesting how they took the average Groundhog Day thing and inserted so much more comedy, and it's really fun. I was not expecting this to be a hit. I literally was like, all right, time for boss level. Turned it on and was like, this is really funny, really unique, and really fun. So again, it is on Hulu. If you guys have the chance, go ahead and check it out. It's really fun. And I'm going to go ahead and give this movie an A-. But that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day. It's been a pretty good day for me. I'm exhausted because of WandaVision overnight. Didn't get much sleep. But I had fun watching this movie. Crisis, not so much. Make sure you guys go check out that review as well. Also came out today. Pay It Forward also came out today. The review for it, that's a 2000 movie. So you're welcome to check that out as well. Please consider subscribing. It's a huge, huge help. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.